Expecting a phone call. Please listen. Hello?
Yes, Miss Hickman?
Yes, now I can hear you a lot better.
Okay, I'm so sorry about that. My name is Scott Udy. We've spoken before. I'm with the law firm that represents the Sheriff's Department.
Oh, yeah. Good afternoon to you. I don't have you programmed in my phone, so it was a strange calling Zoom, something like that.
Yes, I know. Well, that's the name of the firm, and it's kind of a weird name.
Okay.
So I was calling because I have your two requests dated May 30th, which was a copy of all former past FOIA requests, a copy of all complaints made by you, and then a letter to confirm the statement. And I did send you a letter.
Did
you receive that?
Yeah, I did. I did receive the letter, and
okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, and then the other one from June 6th was all records for Jordan Turley regarding arresting Lisa Hickman on 5/26, and all records and recordings for Billy Joe Harris filing on May 22nd and May 26th. I want to make sure I'm getting you what you're asking for. I was needing some clarification so I could make sure I got what you needed to you.
Well, thank you. Okay.
Sure.
What would you like to clarify?
Okay, so first of all, you're just wanting a copy of all the previous FOIA requests you made prior to the May request, correct?
That is correct, because I've been asking for records for over 1 year. 1 year. I've gotten some documents back as far as I don't want to say a document back, but I believe that Greg Martin wrote me a letter indicating answering questions for why they just said, you just got to write it down on a piece of paper. Okay, I did, and he responded to them as well, and it's actually contradicting itself. So I'd like to get another copy of that as I'm trying to put together exactly what they tried to do. I've already put it together, but it's a lot. I put it to you that way,
okay.
But I want a copy of every. Sure. So when they receive a document from me, it should be marked as June the 1st, 2023, or June the 1st, 2024. That's what it should be marked as. So it's going to show the history that I've been asking about this information all along, and they just.
Okay, so you want? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They just haven't. They have been denying me a lot of information. Like I asked for the work history information of Jordan Turley, specifically since I'm talking to you, which is not on paper. I want to see if they're going to give it to me or not. For when Jordan Turley shot and killed Benjamin Ray Riley in Weber Falls. He went to go serve a warrant to this young man, and he and another officer. It's the same scenario, and I think in the paper they put that the person that they shot said the words "nope." That, like he said, I said He said the word "nope." So, which is the whole story. If you read through it, it was murder, basically. But I don't want to throw stones at him. But I want his work history. I want his work history from.
That's what I was trying to clarify.
Yes.
We can't. Personnel records are not subject to the Open Records Act.
Certain personal records are not subject to them. I did some research. Certain records are not open to that. But if he's ever been charged with any type of aggression, what do you call it? I'm sorry, what is it? Excessive force, or any type of shooting, that I can have a copy of that record too. I found that out myself. So if he shot somebody, whether it was in the line of duty or anything else like that, that is his personal information. That's a public record as well. So I do know that much. So I do know that I want the warrant he went to go serve to the person he went to go serve it to, Benjamin Ray Riley, and he went to Weber Falls to a lake where somebody's fishing. Well, if you've got a warrant, why would you walk out to the lake? He's got to come from the lake sooner or later. But no, you want to go out there, you and your buddy, to see what it's like. In the report, it says that the man put his hand on the holster. He pulled it out and actually got off one round and said the word nope. But Jordan Turley and his partner, I think Officer Bill or Bell, they were able to shoot off one round apiece and shoot this man and then try to resuscitate him, which is just impossible. When I say that it's impossible, it's devastating to know that you could be out at the lake fishing. They say, hey, we're going out here to serve a warrant, just the two of us. And he's got a gun on him, and he had enough time to put it on a holster, put his hand on the holster is what they said. He pulled it out and said the word nope, pointed it at both of them, and then fired off one round. But they were so quick on the draw that they both shot one bullet into him and then tried to resuscitate him. Nobody serves a warrant to shoot anybody. This man is sick in the head. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. He's sick. He needs to be fired immediately. And I want all of his records because I'm working with somebody to assist me with making sure that it is recognized the activities that this man has done, not only to me, but to others in the past. Mr. Benjamin Raleigh is not the only person that he did like this. So I would like a copy of his work records. When I say a copy of his work records, all excessive forces that he's done. I would need a copy of that. I got some papers in my car I just thought about real quick. But if you would, since you're taking notes on what I'm telling you, those charges that he placed upon me for resisting arrest and obstructing an officer, oh, goodness. Let me tell you, he better look at those statutes one more time that he's got on that. I've got a copy of it, certified copy of it, stamped and copied. Look at those statutes that he used. You can't evade an officer, eluding the police it was, or evading an officer. So that's not obstructing. Those are two different things. And then on top of that, there's no primary charge. Those are secondary charges. So I know you're wanting to get this information. I promise you, I want to be so nice about this without being emotional. We only need to talk settlement. We really do. I want all his information. So therefore, I've got something to stand on just in case it doesn't go the way it's supposed to. We need to talk settlement. And that's just me being nice about it, because anybody else would be outraged. Outraged. The man didn't have a warrant for my arrest. You said you wanted the videos that I had here. I got plenty of videos. He knows that I got plenty of videos. And the thing of it is, my video isn't into play right now. My videos aren't even into the situation. His video says everything. So when you write a report and you say that you're saying on your paperwork you got here at 3:35, my doorbell camera says you got here at 3:35. My Roku camera says you're here at 3:36. It's sitting there banging on my door. But your body camera starts off at 338.43. It doesn't work that way. So I got the CAD report. I've got everything that says this man lied. I got everything without even going into details. That's what I said. If you want to do this investigation on him, that's fine. The Oklahoma Bureau of Investigations can do it. The Cherokee, the Cherokee Attorney General, they can do the investigation on him. The man came over my house and said he had a warrant. He did not have a warrant for my arrest. He lied. He said the sheriff had their own warrant. If you look at his body camera footage, he says it. Well, this old man came up there and everything and started telling us stuff, and they made this piece of paper up. And it's sad that they just won't take accountability for saying, hey, we made this up. We made this up. We came over her house. We beat her down. We took her keys. Her keys went to jail. That's what they said. But they took my keys and came in my house that night. I have motion detectors inside of my house. Nobody lives with me. You understand? I'm sorry I'm frustrated. I'm being really emotional. I'm a 52-year-old woman, finna be 53. He had no business putting his hands on me. I couldn't even make sure if my door was even locked. But it was. But still, though, it was just the whole situation was chaotic. He's a terrible person. Nobody sits there and runs somebody's blood pressure up to 290 over 181. She says she hurts all over and then says, I'm fucking sick of this shit. This is what the problem is. I'm sorry for exhaling. That's an edited video that they tried to give me. And I proved that it's an edited video. You understand what I'm saying? I proved it's an edited video by just his actions where they tried to cut pieces in and out of it on there. If you look at the video from the beginning of it, for where he started at, where he's at on my front porch, that is 22 steps that we made it through in 8 seconds. 8 seconds. There's no way. I tried to do it even if I took off running. That's 22 steps that were made. He's a liar. We went from my porch down 4 steps on my porch to get down to the bottom. He says that I walked down the steps. You can clearly see in this video he's pushing me down the steps. We're in front of a POTS container, but somehow we end up 14 feet over, all within 8 seconds. He says I pulled away from him twice. 8 seconds?
If you have video that shows something different,
I do.
it would be helpful.
No, it's not. It's helpful to who? Helpful. If I go file a civil lawsuit, then it's helpful. But for right now, you guys have given me an edited body camera footage, and I'm telling you, as sweet as I can be about this, I'm telling you, if you take a look at the body camera footage and look at the distance that we traveled and the amount of time that we traveled, okay, it's an edited video. If you look at the ambulance report, which I turned that in when I did a tort claim, you'll see It's an edited video. There's no way you can call the ambulance before you even can make contact with me. That makes absolutely no sense. The video is edited. He tells on himself when he writes down on the report, he's here at 3:35 p.m. I've got a copy of that. I had it certified. They did not have a warrant for my arrest. I want to tell you they didn't have a warrant for my arrest. I got the paperwork to where they took a blank sheet of paper because they forgot to fill it in when they gave the court-appointed attorney the documentation. They forgot to fill in all the spaces that they filled in. They used a Memphis, Tennessee address, an Oklahoma driver's license number, and a Tennessee cell phone number, which is the number that you're calling now. It's sad. It's sad that they went out of their way to set this up. And I don't even care if they take accountability at this point. I'm talking settlement. That's as nice as I can say it. I want his police records. I want his records because this is the thing. If they don't fire him, I'm going to make sure that I get enough signatures to get him fired once I put this out there. So I'm really trying to just be nice without fussing. They just need to give me a settlement. That's the honest.
So
My hip. Let me tell you this before I'm sorry. I get to exhale just a little bit. Look at that video. When he sets me up, when he's making me sit up, my leg is twisted, okay? And I can't get up and move. I'm telling him, sir, I can't move, sir. Get up and walk, get up and walk. That video, that part of the video was cut out on his, but not on mine. He's saying, get up and walk, get up. I said, sir, I can't, sir, I'm hurt, sir, I'm hurt. He begins to pick me up and drag me. So if you look at that video from when I first landed on the ground to the point to where I'm sitting up, I'm in two different spots because he picked me up and he dragged me. I couldn't walk, sir. I could not feel my legs. I'm explaining to him, I'm hurt. Please stop. I'm hurt. What are you doing? So if you look at when he sets me up, look at my left leg and you'll see how it's twisted. And he's still trying to force me to get up. And I'm telling him that I can't. I don't have 350-pound men jumping on my back like they're in a WWF wrestling scene or something. I have no idea what he was thinking. But he's an idiot. You having a conversation with me now, you know the words did not come out of my mouth. I told her. She put her hands behind her back and she said, Well, that's not in the video. You don't hear me saying, I don't even talk like that. Just like he said the guy that he shot. Oh, he said, nope. You know, he's an idiot. And somebody that works for the sheriff's office already told me everything anyway. You guys, I'm just saying, I know you're the lawyer guy for them. They're not, I guess the team that they thought they were, they're not the team they thought they were. Because he told me everything. He says, Lisa, they never had a warrant for your arrest. They set you up. They went in, they robbed your house. I'm just telling you. Don't tell anybody I told you. They set you up. That's a sheriff employee for you.
Okay. So, and this is consistent with what we talked about last time. Although, if you have video that contradicts the video,
you can see it online. You can see it online. It's online. It's the videos online. I got video clips online of all of them.
Oh, you clips or the actual video? Because
no,
you need the full video.
I got video. I got video clips online. I got video of him walking up to my door, what time he banged on my door, and what time his body camera footage started. I'm going to tell you right now, sir, I'll put this on everything. This man is a liar. And it's not for me to give you all of my evidence and say, now will you help me? I want to see what you're going to do without my video. I can give you video clips, like I said, to prove he's here at my house at 3:35, to prove he threw my keys. He didn't walk my keys to his car. He threw my keys to the mailbox. Okay, but the video doesn't show. The video shows him going over to pick the keys up out of his car. Well, how did my keys get inside of his car? It's so many different pieces to that I live, sleep, and eat this mess every day. I'm looking at the statutes on here where he charged me with resisting arrest, obstructing an officer. Look on that paperwork. There's no primary charge on there anywhere. There's no primary charge at all. There's not. And this is his paperwork. This is what he did. There's no primary charge at all. So like I said, I want everything that he did. He can say he did a leg sweep or not. There's no way I could have made it 22 steps in 8 seconds, even if I ran. You understand? They told the guy at the hospital, the doctor has in his medical report that I was fleeing the scene. I was trying to flee from being arrested and I was tackled. Well, that would mean he would have to have let me go. But at not one time that I was ever away from him. The body camera footage is edited. Listen to the beginning of it. He puts his hand around his mouth and says, put your hands behind your back. Who is he yelling at? I'm standing right there. You don't hear me yelling back at him, and you don't hear him yelling, saying another word. This is how bad the video was edited. It's so much more to it. I tell you, if you tell a sheriff you have a medical disability, sir, please stop, sir, I have a medical disability. What are you doing? What are you doing? Please stop, you're hurting me. I'm tired of this effing shit. Is this what he says to you? Is this what he says? Sir, I have cancer. He didn't know that. Nobody knows that. I keep that to myself. I've had a ruptured brain aneurysm that I survived. It didn't matter. It did not matter at all. So if I'm telling you, I don't have a police record, why you beat me down like this and you don't even have a warrant? On his report that he gave, he stated, I came over there to serve her papers. Exactly. He didn't say anything about a warrant. I've got the report. I can go back to my car and go get it out of there right now. On his report that he gave, his narrative, he said he came over here to serve papers. That's what he says. He didn't say he came over to serve a warrant because he didn't. He came, and then he said he didn't have backup. Well, they said in the papers that he brought, he said that I was supposed to have a gun. Did you see me with a gun? No, you didn't. Do I have any gun charges? No, I do not. Have you seen me brandishing a gun? I mean, anything even close to that. You took the story of a 79-year-old intoxicated individual and made up some stuff to go with. When I say that,
Billy Joe Harris.
yes, and I love him. I miss him so. It's their fault that he's dead. It's their fault. It's their fault that he's dead. Sorry.
When you asked for all records for Jordan Turley arresting Lisa R. Hickman on 5/26/23, I mean, that was unclear. Are you wanting the arrest report or are you wanting?
Okay, let me go get the papers out of my car, and so therefore I can probably make sure that I'm clarifying this the best way. They have a report.
Do you have a copy of the request?
I do. I don't have it over here. I got it put up inside of a safe deposit box.
I'm reading what you wrote. This all records for Jordan Turley arresting Lisa R. Hickman on 5/26/23.
Yes, sir, that's correct. I'm walking out to my car real quick to go grab it. They only gave you 2 of them. I probably made about 10 of them.
I have all the ones you requested. But I feel it appeared they responded to all the previous ones. I'm just asking for the one on June 6th. I'm trying to answer that one. And it just says all records for Jordan Turley arresting Lisa R. Hickman.
Yes.
And I was going to send you the arrest report again, but I don't know that that's what you're asking.
Well, let me see. I'm pulling it up now. I've got it here marked. Bear with me for just a second. Okay, I'm looking at one. It says the Muskogee Sheriff offense report detail. Okay, on this detail, it shows that the incident type, it says warrant service. Okay, that's what it says.
And I've got all that here too. I want to make sure you and I are looking at the same, because reading it to me, just like me reading this to you, is not as helpful to us as if I'm looking at it. So,
okay. I want to make sure. Okay, I want to make sure we're looking at the same. Do you see the statutes on there?
I agree. Let me just a minute. I'm trying to find your. I'm trying to open up your file on our system here. Just
thank you.
Well, of course, my computer.
Yeah, the one they said I couldn't have access to.
Okay, so I'm looking at. Okay. So I've got the 5/30/2024 open records request. I've got the 6/6/20, and those are the ones I was trying to answer.
Okay.
Respond to. And then, so what is the title of the document you're referring to now?
We're looking at the Muskogee Sheriff offense report detail. I guess it would be the detail. Let's look at the one that says detail. And it shows up at the top. It says May the 30th at 11:42. Keep in mind, I'm already out of jail too. So, but
Yeah.
Okay. So right below that it says subject. You see where it says, and it says I think it looks like a T-State of Oklahoma. It says primary. Right next to primary, it says no. I've already talked with somebody. That no indicates there is no primary charge. So what are you doing?
Okay.
What? I mean, you can tell me if I'm wrong.
Because I'm looking at the warrant for your arrest.
Okay, let me go to that page. that I have here. Okay. Yeah, it says it was issued on May 22nd at 9:54 a.m. Okay.
And this incident occurred on May 26th.
No, I was arrested on May 26th. Yes, sir.
Right. And the warrant
Mm-hmm.
was issued, and the underlying warrant was issued, on May 22nd.
Okay. You're saying that they issued a warrant for my arrest on May 22nd, and I got to tell you something. I want you to laugh with me just a little bit because this is such a fake document. Will you see driver's license number? What do you see in that box? Because I want to see which paper you have. I got like 4 different copies of one. What do you see in the driver's license number box?
All right, let me find it.
Thank you.
Let's see.
And
it looks like N0829.
okay. Okay, so the warrant that I'm looking at here that came from the public defender's office, guess what? There's nothing in there at all. There's nothing in there at all. But let's go up above that. Warrant fee is $0. Okay. Total bond is 0. Total amount is 0. Let's go down a little bit further because I have different warrant copies, so I'm guessing at what you're looking at right now because I have different copies of it. The defendant is to be admitted to bail in the sum of $0. Never seen a warrant like that. Let me finish though. So it says judge's name. It says Adair. Guess what? There's no date on it. I've got the original warrant that they said that they had. There's no date on it. There's no judge's signature. There's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing there.
Okay, so it looks like we provided to you the inmate release sheet.
I got that where it says I'm a Cherokee citizen. I've got.
Muskogee County Sheriff's Office Deputy's Defensive Action Report. Did you receive that?
The Deputy's Defense Action Report. Let me flip over to this page real quick. Could you kind of describe to me what it looks like? Because I don't remember. I seen a lot of pages. So what's at the top of it?
What I just said, that was the top. That was the title of the document at the top, and it's got blocks underneath it. It's one of those, you populate stuff in it.
Okay, I'm looking for anything that says anything I see. This one has, Oklahoma data, query data. Let's see. Muskogee County Sheriff. This is a case report. This is the BS narrative that he wrote, which I have so many pinpoint mistakes on that. They have this one over.
Narrative?
Yes, the narrative. I have a lot of mistakes on that too. He basically tells on himself. That's how bad the narrative is. It's terrible. If you like, we can just do a couple of pinpoints on that if you want. He asked if she was Lisa Hickman. That's not in the video. Did you see that anywhere in the video? You looked at the video. That's the second paragraph. It says, I asked if she was Lisa Hickman, and she advised yes. I told her I needed to serve her some papers. He didn't say I need to serve you a warrant. He said I need to serve you some papers. Once I gave her the papers, I told her to place her hands behind her back. Did you hear any of that in the video? Did you hear? I'm being snappy with you. I'm sorry because it's frustrating. She refused. What part of that did you see in the video? Remember, at the end of his video, he said, when I told her to put her hands behind her back, she said, You didn't hear any of that. So if you want to go through it pin by pin, we can. This is a disgrace what he did to me. He's a racist person. I'm not saying you are. He is a racist officer. And anybody who sees anything different, I'd have to question their mental stability, their common sense. You've seen this video. At the beginning of the video, he said, I asked if she was Lisa Hickman. No, he didn't. It's not. I'm sorry. It's not in the edited video. In the real video, it is. I've already found that there are 2 videos. I've already found that out too. They gave me an edited video. Your little sheriff employee told me what was going on. At least they gave you the edited video. This is what really happened. They chopped it up for you to make it look like it wasn't, to make it look like he didn't do anything wrong. So that's the video you're looking at. That's the chopped up video. See, the video would show what time he got out of his car. See, if you look at Riley Breelev's video, her video starts when she gets out of her car. It doesn't start when she's already in the scene saying, guess what, this is what you got to do. That's not what happened. And it's not to even put it on blast on social media. I'm tired of social media. I'm having fun with it, but I'm tired of it. But he's lying. He never said, I told her to place her hands behind her back. Keep in mind, I'm on the ground in 8 seconds, okay? Put your hands behind your back. That takes 4 seconds to say. I'm on the ground in less than 8 seconds, okay? He says, I attempted to gain control of her left arm and she did not comply. I'm never away from him. My back is towards him. My arms are towards him the whole time in the video. She started screaming, neighbor, help. I did that. That part he did get right. I'm like, neighbor, help, neighbor, help, neighbor, help. You hear me screaming it. I started another unit to my location. That's impossible because when you first started off your video, you said, put your hands behind your back. Start me another location. Start me another unit. That's what you said. So before we even went down the stairs, you said this. You see what I'm saying? So you see how twisted his story is all the way around? You know, and then he says, she stepped off the porch. This is, if you're reading what I'm reading, I started another unit to my location. He didn't even know where he was at. Look at the video. He said he's at the 400 block of Elgin, somewhere by Music Hall of Fame. He didn't even know where he was at. This is the crazy part about it. The small claim summons, it says he's going to 335 West 3rd Street. Sir, my address is 525 South 3rd. He didn't even know where he was at. He's on drugs probably, okay? He says, on here, it says, she stepped off the porch while I was still attempting to gain control of her arms to place her in handcuffs. No, sir, he pushed me off of my porch. He made me go forward because he wanted to get out in front of the doorbell camera that he did see. He didn't see the other cameras that I had on property, okay? She says, no, sir, what is this? I surely did. Then, okay, she turned around. She turned to the side of the residence she came from and pulled in that direction. But I landed face first. Really? Think about what I'm telling you. I'm pulling you, and since somehow, what, did you let me go? No, you threw me across the air. So how could I pull you for? It's a terribly edited video. That's why I said I got video of what happened. I do. I'm waiting for them to come out with the real video of what happened, because giving me an edited video that's redacted without announcing that it's redacted, that's the problem. That's the problem right there. And let me tell you this as well. Judge Adair didn't work on Monday, so we can stop this whole conversation. You ready? Judge Adair did not work on Monday, May the 22nd, so Judge Adair did not sign no warrant for my arrest. It's a fake document. That's something I've been keeping to myself the whole time. Judge Adair did not work that Monday. At 9 o'clock in the morning, he was not there. He doesn't have court on Mondays at 9 o'clock. So now do you believe me? Or do we have to continue to go through this? There was no warrant for my arrest. Bill Joe Harris never, let me tell you, Bill Joe Harris never signed a complaint. Bill Joe Harris never signed a complaint. That's why I want all the paperwork. Bill Joe Harris never signed a complaint against me. Never. Never. Bill Joe Harris went to go get a driver's license that same morning, 10 minutes before they put the warrant in the system. Muskogee Tag Office. I'm giving you the lawyer's information, okay? I'm giving you the information to do the research. Bill Joe Harris got a Muskogee County driver's license. He's from Moore, Oklahoma. He went to the Muskogee Tag Office. His license was issued at 9:45. That makes a lot of sense. But they issued a warrant at 9:54. I talked to the court clerk's office. I told them I want a printout of when they put this warrant in the system. Oh, I put it in at 12:18. Really? Certify that for me, okay? Sure. So the court clerk can't put it in the system at 12 o'clock, and then the sheriff have it in their system at 9:54. It doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. I'm exhaling. Like I said, we can go over this all day long. We just need to talk settlement.
And I appreciate
We do.
I'm trying to make sure I comply with your request.
Thank you.
And that's really all I'm trying to do. I mean, I appreciate the information, but I'm just really trying to make sure that whatever I send you is responsive, so that we don't have to keep
just send me, just send me everything. That's not just send me everything. When I say send me everything, I want to know everything from the time that he looked up my name in the system. That's a public record. So what time did he type my name into the system? Because as Greg Martin said, he was going to serve a paper and he looked in the system and he noticed I had a warrant for my arrest. Somebody who doesn't have a police record, but he just happens to look in the system and notice I had a warrant for my arrest. Well, guess what? There's a timestamp on when he goes into the system to pull up my name and call everything back and forth. I want to confirm, because they're supposed to confirm that they have a warrant for somebody's arrest, a legal warrant for their arrest. You're supposed to confirm it. So therefore, it's on the CAD report somewhere to where it shows that he actually either typed it in at a desk and he looked at it himself, or either he called it in and says, hey, I'm finna go serve this paper. Could you check to see if Lisa Hickman has any warrants? See, everybody, their words are crossing over. So that's why I want a copy of everything. I want a copy of everything because guess what? He said, Greg Martin said, he put this on paper. He put it on paper. He says Jordan Turley was going to serve her a paper. He looked up her name in the system and he noticed that she had a warrant. But let me help you out with that statement, because even on that video, turn the volume up loud and you will see Jordan Turley said, well, the old man came down to the station or whatever and he was saying all of this stuff, so we decided to come over and pick her up. They didn't cut it off good enough. They didn't edit that part of the video out. So he's saying himself that Billy Joe Harris went up to the sheriff's department or the police department that morning on the 22nd. Let me tell you, because you're a lawyer, you can't get a warrant, an information sheet, an affidavit, and probable cause signed off by a judge by 9:54 to put a warrant in the system. Shame on these people for what they try to do to me. I'm laughing at them because there's some bad actors. Bad actors. So like I said, when I say I want everything, if they had any type of contact with Billy Joe Harris on May the 22nd that morning, guess what? It's on your body camera. I want it. I want it.
So the bottom line is your June 6th request is all records for Jordan Turley for the day that he arrested you. So everything that Jordan Turley on that day that he arrested you, want all the records related to that arrest.
Yes, but I also, but that's what I'm saying. What requests are you getting? Because I also asked for any and all video and documented contact between Billy Joe Harris and the Muskogee County Sheriff's Office.
Okay, well, you asked for two things, and I'm talking about the first one.
Okay.
The first one is it says all records for Jordan Turley arresting Lee Sergeant on 5/26/2023. Then, and so that's everything related to the arrest on 5/26/2023. If it's a public record, that's what you want. So
absolutely.
The second request was all records and recordings for Billy Joe Harris filing for May 22nd, 2023 and May 26th, 2023. So on those 2 dates, you want anything related to Billy Joe Harris. Is that my understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then, let me see. Then a copy of all former and past FOIA requests. So I've got all those. I will generate those again.
I've made a total of 12 of them altogether. This goes all the way back to last year, when I first asked for the body camera footage. And this is the thing. They told me that I could not have it. You can't get a copy of it. Why not? You can't get a copy of it. Why not?
Well,
they would not give me... Go ahead.
I think for a period of time it was not released because it was still part of an active investigation. But once and there is an exemption under the statute that allows for information to be withheld as part of an active criminal investigation. But once the charges were dropped for you, then they were able to release it, which is why they subsequently released it.
So I didn't get a copy of that body camera footage from Greg Martin until 3 months ago.
Right, and that's when that
was over a whole year ago.
That's when the district attorney released it to them. So
I don't think that's true. I'm not calling you out, but I don't think that's true because this is my thing. When I say I don't think that it's true, is because there's got to be some documentation. Everything has to go through paper. I enjoyed conversating with you and telling you how I feel over the phone, but everything has to be on paper. It has to be on paper. That's why I'm telling you I want everything that he did. Like let me say, when I say I want everything that he did, so we can clarify it, stick with the subject, okay? Everything that he did that day. So if he served a warrant in Tulsa, if he served a warrant on 20th Street that day, did he serve that warrant by himself or was somebody else with him? I want to know if he served a black person, if he served a white person. I want to know every statistic about what he did for that whole week. That whole week. So from Monday the 22nd, so if he typed my name in the system, did he type it in for the first time on Friday? Or did he type my name into the system the first time on Monday? Because guess what? Somebody pulled my report on Monday. They gave me everything. I've got a lot of documentation. So if he noticed I had a warrant on Friday, who typed in my name on Monday? Who typed my name in? It does. The whole thing doesn't make any sense. And I'm sorry to fuss because it stresses me out.
You're fine.
Oh,
I understand. I mean, I understand. I'm not really offended by your sharing. I just want to make sure. I mean, my job is to respond to you, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay,
So,
I want to go to the doctor. I believe I have PTSD back behind this. I believe that my hip is permanently knocked out of place. I have problems with walking at times. I'm a former fitness competitor, okay? I know what my body feels like. I know what it looked like. I know what it felt like. My body will never be the same again. Nobody's saying, hey, look, this girl has really been traumatized back behind this. Can we pay for some counseling? Can we pay for her? Can we pay to send her to the doctor and let them look at her previous medical records and look at the way her bone structure is and look at what it is now? Nobody's doing that. Everybody's trying to sweep this under the rug like it didn't happen. You know, this man, and I don't need you to agree with me. I'm just exhaling. This man had no business over my house. Now, if he came over here to serve a paper, as he stated in his statement, he came over here to serve a paper. Let me tell you, sir, Bill Joe Harris can't even get up the steps. I'm surprised he even got inside the building to even go take a picture. Okay, he couldn't even walk that far by himself. They had to help him get up inside of the building, even go in and go take a picture for a driver's license. Okay, he doesn't walk that well. He can't walk that far. To go inside the courthouse to file a small claims, you got to go up there, need to go up the stairs and make it to the elevator to get in. Then you got to walk over there to the court clerk's office to even file the paper. But guess what? They brought the paper to him. They brought the paper to him. He didn't go up there to the second floor. They brought the paper to him. So when I tell you that I want all records, I want everything. I want every move that they made for this plan, this scheme, because it's a problem. It's a problem because they have solvability factors. I don't think they know what solvability factors are. I think they need to go back to school and actually train themselves on what solvability factors are. Those are points that say that more than likely a crime took place. They have none. Absolutely none. They said probable cause. There was no, what probable cause? You had a man that was dying of cancer that wanted some attention, basically. And they made this, I'm going to tell you how much they made this up. On the original report, for where he had a dementia moment, March the 20th, 2023, at my motel room, at Super 8 Motel here in Muskogee, Oklahoma, he told the police then, he had a moment. The police said that I hit this man, causing corporal bodily injury. Say what? I would have been taken to jail for beating up a 79-year-old man. That's not what happened. It didn't happen. So then somehow when Jordan Turley and them get it in their hands, same report, they said I used my hands, my fist, and my feet to beat this man up. Now the EMS was there. They didn't say anything about anybody getting beat up. They noticed he was very intoxicated. I wasn't there when he was being intoxicated. He was there with somebody else in my motel room. He goes to the hospital. Guess what? No probable cause at all to say that the man was beat up. But this is how stupid they look when it comes down to it. He's in the hospital on May the 17th in Oklahoma City. I'm in Oklahoma City with him while he's at the hospital on May the 17th. They said in the report that I beat him from the 18th to the 20th and I beat him in his left arm. I said, no, sir, he has cancer. He's been scratching. No, you beat him up. You caused those bruises in his arm. So I'm looking at a picture with this IV in his arm on the left arm on the 17th. And guess what? I'm in the picture too. I'm in the video. And it's all time date stamped. So like I said, they tried to make up some BS charge and said, we're going to put this on your record. You're not. They tried to set up the wrong person. And I know you're a great attorney because you're a good listener. The best thing they can do right now is say, look, we don't even want to fight with you. We messed up. What kind of settlement can we offer you to fix this? That's really that's what they need to do. That's it. We can go, I can give you all the pinpoints where they messed up, where they try to cover up something that they messed up on. It's a settlement. That's it. It's not even worth arguing about. It's a settlement. The body camera footage, the edited body camera footage, he's on there saying the sheriff's office, they've got their own warrant against me. That's what he said. We've got our own warrant. Then you've got Andy Simmons, the top sheriff or the head sheriff, sitting here looking like, I don't want to insult, looking crazy, saying, well, listen, Lisa, I know you and I know how you are. You shouldn't have resisted. You should have did what he said. Sir, I want you to look at this video real quick. In 8 seconds, what could you do? What did he say in 8 seconds that would make him take me down and put me on my face on the ground? Nothing. I didn't cuss at him. I didn't spit at him. I didn't chastise him. I didn't call him out of his name. I said, what are you doing? And his response is saying, well, I told her she was under arrest. And she said, There's no language that goes back and forth like that over that body camera footage. So like I said, he just lied. You got the sheriff, they all bad actors. You got the sheriff standing there talking about, well, you know you resisted. I know how you are. He's never met me a day before in his life, and if he did, it would have been a privilege. You understand what I'm saying? I'm upset because even after a year, nobody's offering you any kind of counseling for this. Nobody's offering you any kind of medical care to say, guess what? Did you really get hurt? Are you really still going on no matter what? Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's noticing. Guess how did this man end up on my back? You looked at the video. How did he end up straddled across me on my back, humped over top of me, like he's ready to have sex with me? I'm laying down on the ground flat. How did I end up on the ground laying flat in 8 seconds? He says, I did a leg sweep. What? You did a leg sweep? I need you to demonstrate that leg sweep because you have to have time to pull your leg up to sweep me down. You can't do that in 8 seconds and then get me 14 feet across my yard. You can't do that. Then you try to make me get up and walk after you jump on my back like a WWF wrestler. I'm telling you, sir, I can't feel my legs, sir. Please, I cannot walk, sir. You're hurting me. You're hurting me. He gonna make me get up and walk anyway. My leg is obviously, I can't feel my leg because he's twisting me and then trying to make me get up and walk anyway. You don't see on the video where he picks me up and he begins to drag me to his police car. You're going to jail. I'm putting you in this police car. He's saying things like this to me, telling me to shut the F up. It's on the video. It's on his video, not the edited one, on the real video. Where he's saying, shut the F up, I'm going to jail. I'm like, sir, please call your EMS, call your supervisor, call the Cherokee police. I'm a Cherokee citizen. What are you doing? He's telling me to shut up. I'm going to jail anyway. And it's crazy because it's like he thought he could get it because nobody else was around. He didn't realize I had other cameras around here. He didn't realize that I had other cameras set up. He thought he got me out of the way of the doorbell camera. He put me in front of the brick on purpose. This man tried to hurt me. It's obvious in his video. You see in his video, he's calling for EMS at 341. EMS don't get the call at 341. They get it at 338 before the body camera footage even starts. His body camera footage doesn't start with him getting out of the car, but I got him walking towards my front door on camera. And it's not 338, it's 336, 336, 335. It's in between that. So how does this body camera start up at 338.43? This man is a liar. And the best thing to do, I promise you, I put this on everything because I prayed about it. Talk settlement. Because it's painful. It's painful to know that he did this. And then instead of taking accountability, we're going to still try to hold on to our story. We're going to act like we really did have a warrant. You couldn't have had a warrant. Billy Joe Harris didn't sign nothing. The only thing Billy Joe Harris signed was a small claims. And if you had a small claims in your hand telling this man told you that I had a gun, why would you come over here by yourself? What is it that I did to make this man take me off my porch and forcefully throw me on the ground like this and hurt me? My blood pressure was 290 over 180. I consider myself to have been dead. I'm telling them, I'm seeing stars. I'm feeling lightheaded. They all standing there with their arms crossed, just sitting there looking at me. Well, ain't you going to die? We're going to stand here and watch you die. You understand? I'm surprised he didn't shoot me like he shot the other boy. But I'm not fussing. I want everything. I want everything on his record that is possible for me to have. I want everything, when I say everything, dated all the way back to 319. 319-2024 for every time he's used excessive force on anybody. How many warrants has he served since he served that warrant when he shot that boy back on March the 19th? March the 24th, 2019.
That's not in your written request.
I can give it to you. They told me don't come up there no more. They can't tell me not to come up there no more. They can't do that unless you can tell me, but unless they tell me there and they give it to me on paper like you tried to give it to me, they can't do that. I can go up there every day and ask. I can sit up in under their air conditioner if I want to and get on their nerves. See, when I tell you that I can go up there every day, when you got Greg Martin telling me to my face, nobody likes you. I wish you stopped coming up here. We can't stand you. Are you for real?
Right.
Are you for really telling me this? I mean,
well,
really.
If you need, you certainly can go to the sheriff's office if you need, of course, if you need their help, and if you need to file an action or something in the community, absolutely, the sheriffs are there to serve. But if you have additional open records requests, we would ask that you send that to us so that we can get them processed for you.
But guess what though? They have to give me that request on paper. I hear what you're saying.
I sent you a letter.
No, not you. Not you. Not you to give me the request. You are not the sheriff's office. If the sheriff's office is saying, guess what? We don't know. Listen. If the sheriff's office does not want to, okay, you can represent. Good, sir. I want you to. I want you to help them get out of this. But I'm telling you, if the sheriff's office says, guess what? We will not honor any FOIA requests you bring in here. You got to go through somebody else. They got to give it to me on paper, not you. They have to give it to me on paper. Legally. They got to tell me, guess what? You're a tax-paying citizen. We will not honor your request.
But they are honoring your request. They're asking you to send it to us. So that's exactly what they're doing.
They can't ask me. They had to put it on paper. They got to put it on paper. That's what I'm saying.
Through their attorney. Through their attorney, they did.
No, it has to come through them. It has to come through them.
Man, there's no legal requirement that it come through them. It came through their attorney. And when it comes to their